Alright, hello everybody. As you can see, I finally have a new headset. I'm hoping this picks up the audio a bit better than what I've been having before with just my regular iPad, although I am planning on going to get a new one here sometime soon eventually, so I guess we'll see yeah, I guess we'll finally start setting some money aside myself for a new headset, or for a new headset, for a new iPad, sorry. Oh my god, my brain today. Just, it's not working for whatever reason. So today, uh, I don't know. It just seemed like I was kind of busy during the release of this movie in theaters, but I did get to go see it in theaters. It wasn't 3D when I went to see it, so that was kind of a cool experience. Uh, anyway, today I guess I should say that we are going to be reviewing the new Doctor Strange movie, Doctor Strange into, or not into, in the Multiverse. So for me, this kind of felt it didn't really feel like a Doctor Strange movie to me, to be completely honest. It kind of felt more like a WandaVision movie, and I guess we kind of got to tap more into her powers as like the Scarlet Witch, for sure. Um, the real introduction to her, I guess, as Wanda was kind of in the um, oh my God, was it in the Winter Soldier? Yeah, I guess it was Captain America: The Winter Soldier where we first got the real introduction into her, and I think, was she in one of the Avengers movies? No, I think it was the Winter Soldier, the Captain America Winter Soldier movie that we really got the real introduction to her, if I'm remembering correctly. Oh my God, I'm gonna have to go back. It might have been Age of Ultron that she. I remember. I think it was Age of Ultron that she became an Avenger. But anyhow, uh, yeah, this movie kind of felt like Doctor Strange was just kind of there, and it really was like more of a Scarlet Witch Wanda movie, and obviously the introduction of the new character America Chavez, who can travel the multiverse. So that's pretty cool. I feel like they kind of hyped this movie up a little bit too much, maybe. Uh, just just because I feel like they were kind of relying on this movie to really be the movie that held Phase 4 together. But as far as I'm concerned, after watching the trailers for the new Thor movie, Thor: Love and Thunder, I feel like that is really going to be the movie that kind of really introduces us into the Phase 4, as he has become a member of the Guardians of the Galaxy, obviously. And I'm really looking forward to the new Guardians of the Galaxy movie next year. Now, I know Dave Bautista has said that he doesn't want to do the character Drax anymore, so oh man, I just don't know. It's kind of unfortunate because I was hoping he would carry on with that character for at least a couple more movies, but it looks like he might be done with it after the next movie, and I just don't know who is going to, if he is done with it, who is going to replace him as Drax, or are they just going to change his suit? Because I believe the issue really was just that he doesn't want to do any more movies, I guess, shirtless. Which I'm not really understanding because Batista is just a beast of a human being, and he's always been ripped as far as I know, even from his wrestling days. So I mean, I don't really understand that, but I mean, I guess maybe he's getting to the age where he doesn't really want to have to do as much of the physical activity, maybe. So that's maybe what he's kind of thinking. But yeah, actually, watching this movie twice was probably better, to be completely honest, because it introduces you to a lot of new things. Obviously, being able to travel the multiverse is the biggest thing, but I feel like we kind of got in touch more with the multiverse, a little bit more with Spider-Man No Way Home. I don't know why, but I feel like they could have almost done a little bit more with the multiverse in this movie. Obviously, we know that Wanda wants to be able to travel, um, to be able to be with her kids, uh, which is actually one of the things they touched on in a death battle video that I watched recently between her and who's the other character? I can't remember now, but anyway, not really important, but They did touch on that she would go to whatever length she needed to, uh, I guess, to travel through the multiverse in order to be with her children, because in this specific universe, she doesn't have kids, and she just wants to have a family. Uh, but I guess she created her kids, so they weren't conceived in the natural way. And she even says to Doctor Strange, like, what other, how else would a witch make kids, basically, was what she was trying to get at, I guess. And Doctor Strange is obviously a sorcerer, and we have, um, oh God, what was the other? Who played the Sorcerer Supreme? Oh yeah, Wong is the Sorcerer Supreme in this universe. And I guess at one point in the other universe, once they transport, I guess they defeated Thanos using God, the book. I know the Darkhold was the one book. Oh yeah, the Book of Ashanti is the other book that they used to defeat Thanos in the other universe. And it was kind of cool to see all of the other characters kind of switched in a way, because instead of Captain America, it was Captain Carter, and then we had obviously Mr. Fantastic, and we had um, oh God, I can't. I'm trying to remember. There were so many new characters in this movie. Oh yeah, Black Bolt was one of them. Oh my God, that was Anson Mount. Oh, oh my God, man, there's so many good actors in this film that didn't end up lasting long, to be honest, because Scarlet Witch's abilities were so just overwhelming, and I think that was the main focus of this film, was really showing her powers as opposed to anybody else's, because we kind of already knew the full extent of everybody else's powers in this film, as far as I'm concerned. And yeah, her powers really hadn't been fully unleashed, I suppose. We kind of got little tastes of them in Endgame, and what was the one before Endgame? Oh my God, I'm drawing a blank. But yeah, we kind of got tastes of her powers throughout the Avengers movies, but we never really got to see how far her powers could actually go. I don't even think we've really seen the full extent of her powers actually, even in this film. I think she could probably go even further with how powerful she actually is. So I'm kind of interested to see. Like we need a Scarlet Witch Wanda movie. Honestly, I really do want to go back and watch. I really do need to watch WandaVision now, just to kind of understand uh, her whole story. But I'm currently watching the other Marvel movies in chronological order still, so I don't want to spoil the show for me yet, because I will actually do that, watch the movies in chronological order, and then go back and watch the shows afterwards, just because some of them have been created after all the movies, obviously. So there's a lot that I still need to watch in order to understand everything that's kind of going on. But I mean, just from the movies, I get the gist of most of it. So yeah, I can kind of understand most of the story. But yeah, America Chavez's powers of being able to control, well, not really control, because she doesn't have control over it, but I guess at the end of the movie she does. And I think they kind of tapped a little bit more into the, I guess, zombified side of the Marvel Universe a little bit more. And especially when she takes over Xavier's thoughts at one point in the movie, when she is able to take over the other Wanda's body in the other universe. And obviously, Christine is in all of the universes, as well as there is a Doctor Strange in every universe. So I'm kind of interested to see if I believe it's John Krasinski who plays. Wasn't it John Krasinski who plays? Yeah, who plays Reed Richards, who is obviously Mr. Fantastic, as we know. And I am looking forward to the new Fantastic Four movie, because I know that all of the characters from the earlier Fantastic Four films from the early 2000s have said that they want to come back and reprise their roles, including Chris Evans as Human Torch, because as we know, he's obviously done with Captain America. I believe he definitely proved that in the Endgame movie, obviously, when he goes back in time with Captain Carter, or with what wasn't it? Wasn't it Captain Carter? He goes back in time with her to live out his life as a human, right? And then in the current time, he is just an old man, basically on his last legs, and he has definitely passed that on to. Yeah, he's definitely passed the torch of Captain America on to the next generation, I would say. So I would say Bucky and I'm trying to think of the other guy's name now. Oh man, I'm drawing a blank on so many characters here right now. But anyway, yeah, he's definitely passed the torch on. That's what we can say for that. Uh, but this movie was definitely cool. Getting to see kind of the universes that they can travel through, and I hope that they touch on more of them, obviously, as we go along. I'm kind of interested to see if there's any multiverse stuff in the new Thor movie. That would be kind of cool to see. And yeah, obviously him being able to take over the Darkhold and seeing the evil Doctor Strange uh, in that universe. Now, I believe, if I'm remembering the Deadpool game correctly, I believe it is the evil Doctor Strange that you fight in that game, if I'm remembering correctly. I'm pretty sure, maybe I'll have to go back and watch some gameplay footage of that from like the Rad Brad or somebody on YouTube, but I'm pretty sure that that is who you fight in that game, was the evil Doctor Strange. And that scene was probably one of my favorite scenes where they're using the musical notes to fight one another. I believe it was from the piano, yeah. So that was pretty cool to see. And obviously, America Chavez evolving through this movie pretty quickly, being able to control her powers and discovering some of her powers as she goes along was pretty awesome, because without her, I don't think they would have been able to defeat Scarlet Witch, although it kind of seemed like Scarlet Witch was able to realize what she was doing near the end of the movie when she kind of, yeah, she was able to realize what she was doing near the end of the movie when she scares the kids and she says she's not a monster, she wouldn't hurt anybody, but at the same time, she is hurting them by traveling into that universe and actually, trying to take over their mother at certain points in the movie, obviously. And at the end, when she actually does end up hurting their real mother, they don't know who she is, right? So she's just somebody else who's come in and kind of destroying their whole family. And I think she finally realizes that. And then the other Wanda says, "Don't worry, just know that they'll be loved." And I think that kind of really finally makes her realize deep down in her heart that she's been doing the wrong thing the entire time. So she says to Doctor Strange, after he's taken over the dead Doctor Strange from the beginning of the movie, after Scarlet Witch sent demons after him and America Chavez, because she realizes that she needs Chavez's powers in order to travel through the multiverse. That Where was I going with this? Yeah, that she's done the wrong thing. So she destroys the Darkhold in every universe, because that's how incredible her powers are. She's able to actually destroy the Darkhold book in every universe. And what happens to the Book of Ashanti? I don't think they ever really describe or explain that in this movie. I guess it's just kind of still somewhere trapped in the universe. Or does it get destroyed too when she brings back America Chavez to this universe? Or to the main universe where Stephen Strange is in? There's so much they definitely left this movie open-ended, because I'm not even really sure what Doctor Strange is alive, or whether he just kind of absorbed the powers of the evil Doctor Strange with the third eye and he's just able to see more now because oh my God, Charlize Theron's character comes in an end credit scene and says that he caused, what's the name of it? Caused something. I can't. Oh my God, I've been explaining so much about the movie I can't even remember. Anyway, he's caused something bad, obviously, if I can remember the name of it. And he has to go, obviously, that's going to be probably the next Doctor Strange movie, whatever he has to fix. And it was cool seeing Bruce Campbell in this movie because I know he is friends with one of the guys that works for Marvel Studios. Can't think of his name right now, but yeah, definitely, um, definitely cool to see him. And it was kind of a throw, or like maybe a little Easter egg or a throw to Evil Dead. The fact that Doctor Strange possessed him basically to keep hitting himself with the hand. I feel like that was a small Easter egg in the movie if you're an Evil Dead fan. Yeah, just to have his hand possessed and basically like taking over him. I just feel like that was it. And some of the things I noticed in the movie, like even when Wanda was able to travel between universes using the dream walking, it was kind of reminiscent of Evil Dead, where she's like, it's almost like the demon is like traveling around the house kind of thing, right? Where she's like hiding behind the stairs and stuff like that. Like it felt very reminiscent of the Evil Dead. So I almost feel like they did that on purpose. Like the little Easter eggs were throws to the Evil Dead movies. I I gotta know. Like I want to know if somebody else noticed that, if they're a fan of both of these franchises and like even the new Evil Dead game coming out, which I hope that when I reinstall it, I'm able to play it because yeah, it just hasn't been working for me right now. But yeah, I hope I can actually play the game once I reinstall it. I think it was just a bad install maybe because other cross-platform games are working, so we'll see. But yeah, it was kind of cool to obviously see Bruce Campbell in another Marvel movie because I don't think he's been in any other Marvel movies since the original Spider-Man series, because I think he made an appearance in all three of those, if I'm not mistaken. At least the first two, I know that for sure. Uh, what I don't, what else can I touch on in this movie? I think I've already said that it didn't really feel like a Doctor Strange movie. Like honestly, this movie could have just been called Multiverse of Madness, and it would have made more sense. Because I kind of feel like it was trying to tell two different stories, and I really feel like it was a great introduction for obviously a new character, America Chavez, but it kind of just felt like Doctor Strange was there. And I don't really know, maybe that's what they were going for, but I honestly feel like this could have just been a Multiverse of Madness movie. And then obviously the trailer for Thor, it definitely seems like Thor is the main character, but maybe we'll see. I don't know. It could. I, who knows with this Phase 4? I'm not really sure. It almost seems like they're just trying to bring everybody together that is going to continue on this series, and it feels like they're really focusing more on. Honestly, it feels like they're really focusing more on Thor and Guardians of the Galaxy at this point, and I guess we'll see maybe if Doctor Strange is introduced into that movie as well, and like what his next movie is going to be. I'm kind of interested to see because I know a lot of the people playing these characters have said that they don't want to continue on, right? Like, so I'm just interested to see who is going to continue on with their characters and who is going to end and who maybe be reprising a role from earlier, but I feel like I should probably go through the cast list a little bit. Um, just because normally I do that at the beginning, but I feel like I've been talking so much about what happened in this movie that, yeah, I just wasn't able to really go through this yet. So, obviously, we have Benedict Cumberbatch as Doctor Strange, and then we have Elizabeth Olsen as Wanda, and obviously the Scarlet Witch, Wanda Maximoff, I guess. Um, and then we have Chiwetel Jofor, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, Baron Morodo, and he was part of the Illuminati in this other universe, which I've just recently learned about, actually from watching Death Battle again. So yeah, that was kind of funny because everybody in the theater laughed when that came up because yeah, the Illuminati's kind of been like a thing that we talk about as like the higher ups in our universe, I guess in the real world, really. So as like kind of like the control, obviously, and then we have ooh, Exaltal Gomez playing America Chavez. I hope I pronounced that right. And Rachel Adams playing Dr. Christine Palmer. I can't remember if she was in the first Doctor Strange, but the first Doctor Strange came out in 2016, so that's what, 6 years ago. And I don't really think I've watched it since then. So yeah, but I am watching the movies in chronological order, so I am going to get to it eventually. And then Wanda's kids were played by Jet Klein and Julian Hillard, played Timothy Maximov and Billy Maximov. And who else? Oh, Haley Atwell played Captain Carter. Anson Mount played Black Bolt. Lashana Lynch played Captain Marvel. John Krasinski played Reed Richards. Oh, Patrick Stewart was Professor Charles Xavier. So I don't really know how many universes obviously have each character in it, but I would assume there's an infinite amount, obviously, when we're getting into the multiverse stuff now. So this is going to get really interesting, obviously, as we enter phase 4 of these movies. And Charlize Theron as Clea. So that's going to be the new character, I would imagine, in the new Doctor Strange movie, probably the third one. Now, what is interesting here is when she opened the, I guess, rift or portal or whatever that she opens, it kind of looked like they might be connecting with the Guardians of the Galaxy. So I'm kind of expecting to see a cameo from Doctor Strange in the new Thor movie, to be completely honest. And if it's not in there, I'm expecting it next year when the new Guardians of the Galaxy comes out, because that would just make sense. And then obviously Bruce Campbell as Pizza Papa. And yeah, in that universe, you go on red and you stop on green. So that was definitely different. And I guess kind of all the other characters were just secondary to the movie. Yeah, that was kind of like the main cast. And honestly, obviously Benedict Wong as Wong, or Sorcerer Supreme, I guess. They could have put that in the caption, or in his name, yeah, as a hyphen or slash or whatever. But I'm still going to keep this as the original rating just because I feel like it was kind of more geared towards Wanda and America Chavez. And I guess maybe that's kind of makes sense now that I'm watching it again a second time, now that it's just released on Disney Plus. Um, I guess it makes slightly more sense because, yeah. Um, I guess they're kind of trying to go into phase 4. I just feel like they hyped this movie up a little bit too much, more than they probably should have. That's just how I feel. Like, I feel like they just were amping this movie up so much and they were like, oh, this is going to be the big thing for phase 4. If this movie doesn't do well, phase 4 probably isn't going to do well. And I'm like, I don't know. Doctor Strange just didn't seem like one of the stronger characters, even in the older Marvel movies. Like, I mean, he's there, but it just felt like, it kind of felt more like Thor, Captain America, and Iron Man were like the main characters. It's always felt like that. And obviously, with the introduction of Miss Marvel now, I mean, I'm really interested to see where those movies go, because going back and watching her movie, I think it got a really bad rap the first time around, and honestly, it's probably one of my more favorite movies out of the entire Marvel movie series. I don't know, I just like Brie Larson as Captain Marvel. What can I say? I said it. Here it is. You've heard it here first. Yeah, Brie Larson was probably the best choice. Um, yeah, it's kind of weird thinking about anybody else playing that role. And me and my buddies were actually having a discussion at work about who would be a good Wolverine when Hugh Jackman. Now, I know Hugh Jackman said that he decided that he was done with Wolverine, but I can't imagine him not making one more appearance as Wolverine in a movie. I just don't see it. I feel like he is going to, especially after seeing Reminiscence, and it was kind of like watching. It was definitely like the movie was so enough action based that it kind of felt like he was going to reprise that role at least one more time to stay on record as the longest running or the most appearances in Marvel films. It kind of feels right that he would do it. But I was kind of thinking this morning as to who would be a good replacement for him. And I've said for years, because I know it's been rumored, but I feel like it would be a good fit, Clint Eastwood's son. And then I was kind of thinking, seeing as Thor, as Chris Hemsworth, I was like, another good fit would honestly be Liam Hemsworth to play Wolverine if that happens. I mean, I feel like that would just kind of be seeing the brothers together playing two different Marvel characters. I think that would be kind of cool. But other than that, I can't really see a good fit because obviously, I think before Tom Hardy was playing Venom, Tom Hardy was going to be a possible, uh, a possible what? A possible. Oh my God, the word's slipping my mind. Uh, I guess a possible candidate for Wolverine, but I don't really feel like he would. Yeah, I feel like he doesn't really fit the bill for Wolverine. I don't know. I just don't see Tom Hardy as a Wolverine. But yeah, either Clint Eastwood's son or Liam Hemsworth, I feel like would be a good fit. Anyway, I feel like I've been talking forever now, so I am going to end this review, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye for now. So I just watched back my Doctor Strange in the Multiverse review, and I realized that I said I was going to keep it as the original rating from when I went to see it in theaters because I've been rating movies right after them as I feel they are, as I feel they're respectable ratings, but I never said what the actual rating was. So I did give it a 7 out of 10. Just thought I should probably say that here at the end as a little blurb, I guess. Just so you guys know, because I don't know. I was talking so much that I just, was going from one thought to the other. But yeah, just wanted to add that here at the end of this video so you guys actually know what I rated the movie. And yeah, that's it. I guess now, for real, I will see you guys in the next review.